Hey, 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 happy Thirsty Thursday, coming at you with another message for the collective with Wild Light Tarot, sending you so much love and good vibrations. Allow this energy to flow to you and through you now and always. So as usual, if these messages resonate, they're for you. If they don't resonate, they may not be for you, but take what applies to your situation. If the messages do resonate, let me know down in the comments. I love to read the comments. You can also go donate at wildlighttarot.com or at my Cash App at Wildlight Tarot. Those of you that have donated, just giving you a huge shout out. Thank you so much for all that have. It means the world to us. So moving into the message today is Thirsty Thursday. And what we talk about on Thirsty Thursday is ways that your money is blocking you, okay? And so the song that I channeled for the collective today was You Make My Dreams. And I think it's by like Oates and Hall or something. I can't remember the name of the artist, but go look it up. You'll know what the song is when you listen to it because it's a very popular song. But anyways, the words, the lyrics that I got, what I want, you've got, but it might be hard to handle. Like the flame burns the candle feeds the flame. What I got, full stock of thoughts and dreams that scatter, and you pull them all together, and how I can't explain, you make my dreams come true. So the thing is like, what I'm feeling is you're giving a lot of credit to other people, and there's a lot of codependence, okay? Meaning, you know, you're depending on other people to light your fire. You're looking for the motivation outside of you when you need to be looking at it from within you, okay? I've been working a lot with candles. I do a lot of work with candles, just that's my thing, is candles. And so I've been working with all these candles and things, and I spend a lot of time looking at the flame, and it's one of the cards I have pulled for myself in the archetype deck is the tool being the flame, okay? So some of you feel like your flame has been put out, and you may be looking for somebody to help you put together all of your scattered thoughts and dreams, okay? And it's, you know, it's a couple things. So we also, I channeled today with my daughters. They're both very gifted. One is 4 and one is 11. So we got a couple different energies, and there were things that I definitely resonated with on the channel message that I got, which were my 4-year-old daughter, she saw crystals. I said, what's blocking you? What is blocking those that are going to watch my video? What's blocking their money? And she said she saw stones. So some of you guys are spending a lot of money on crystals. Remember that you don't really have to go overboard just having a crystal from the earth and calling in its power. And for some of you, you can call in the power of the crystal without the crystal, okay? But some of you guys are overdoing it on crystals. You know who you are, okay? And I've definitely been there before. You know, once you start getting into them, it's like you can't stop because they're all so powerful and you want them all. So I definitely resonate with that. But some of you guys are spending too much money on your crystals, okay? We also got the color red. So my daughter said she saw a bouncing ball with water inside of it, which is interesting. When she was talking about that, I saw the color red. So the red is the root chakra. When the root chakra is blocked, that's when you don't feel secure with yourself. That's when you don't feel, you know, like there's enough to go around. That's when you feel like you're not stable, you're not grounded, meaning if you're not grounded, then you're definitely not grounding your goals into the earth, because you can't see what your goals are, because there is also a crown chakra blockage here. So my 10-year-old, I asked her what she would see, what she saw when she was in the collective energy for the video today. And she said that she's heard the word aura, and then she saw the color indigo. So for me, that says that your aura right now is very confused. There is a lot of confusion around you. The color indigo is associated with the third eye. So some of you may be struggling to see things clearly, okay? Yeah, so giving a lot of credit away, thoughts and dreams that are scattered, and you're waiting for somebody to feed your flame. You don't need anybody to feed your flame but yourself. So stop seeking outwardly and look within for what you truly desire. And let's go ahead and tap into the cards. Those were just the channeled messages. I'm a channel. My daughters are very gifted, like I said, and today was just a little project to see what they could see for the collective. And it very much resonated with everything that I was tapping into. And that codependency and looking for others to light your fire, that's something that I have experienced my whole life. I am a earth sign sun, I'm a Capricorn sun, I have a Pisces moon, and I have no other placements that are fire in my chart other than ones that were in their natural house, right? We all have each of the elements within us, but within my chart, there is not a lot of fire there. So sometimes I do need someone to spark my flame, but I don't want my candle to be fed, or my flame to be fed by a candle. I have this flame already within me. I don't need anyone to help me light that. Now, every once in a while, yes, we're going to need some direction. And if you're watching this video, you probably need some direction, okay? And that's okay. And there's sometimes you do need somebody to look at you and be like, bitch, what are you doing? But I also feel like there's a lot of comparison too, where, what's blocking your money is your comparison to others, and feeling like you're not enough. Those feelings will block you financially, because if you don't feel like you're enough, then you'll block yourself from your head to your toes. I just read this theory where the crown chakra is actually not a chakra, right? Where it is like the path of enlightenment. And I very much disagree with that, because, yeah, I get it. If you have a root chakra blockage, you're going to struggle to connect to your higher power, because you must be here on earth. You must be grounded, but you also must be connecting to the divine. And in order to really get to your higher self, you must align your chakras so that you can see clearly, okay? And so I feel like, again, where you guys are at right now, for whoever's watching this, your blockage is balance. Could be struggling, could be connecting here with the Sagittarius, okay? Just because the Temperance card is the Sagittarius representing Sag, or you could have those placements in your chart. But, I feel like it's this ebb and flow that is the struggle. And this struggle between what you're passionate about, what really brings you passion, and versus, what the world wants you to do, or what the world says you must bring in, or what the world says is tangible, okay? But look, 2.5 years ago, I never thought I would pick up a deck of tarot cards. As a matter of fact, I was scared of them because of what the collective showed me, because of my own ideas of what tarot cards were. And that wasn't true for me. And if I hadn't really tapped into my heart space and connected to my passion, I would never have been here. And if I had said, well, that's not tangible, that's not possible, then I wouldn't be in the seat that I'm in today. And I'm very thankful for possibilities and opportunities. And so, at this point, the issue is moving on from that. We got the Queen of Pentacles reversed along with the Six of Swords upright. So it's like you have to move on from this collective, what is possible, and move into what is true for you, and just because the world doesn't see your passion doesn't mean that you can't still pursue it, okay? I'm thinking of, like, what's coming to mind is, like, Little Debbie cakes and cookies, like, I remember when I was a little girl, so just fun fact about me, when I was little, 10 years old as a matter of fact, I decided I wanted to be a chef, okay? What a lot of you don't know, some of you know because you know me, but a lot of you don't know that I love to cook. It's something that I've been doing since I was a little girl, and I was really good at it. So I decided I'm going to be a chef, okay? And I stuck to that programming that I was going to be a chef all throughout high school and onto college, okay? And my first actions were to start culinary school. So I did, okay? But what I found was it wasn't really my passion. It was something that I was good at, something that brought me some joy, but I was a mother. And I could never work the hours that a chef had to work because I was going to be, fucking Hell's Kitchen motherfucker, that was my plan. I was going to be a head chef, and they work really long hours and they're on their feet a lot. And it wasn't really my passion. And I remember somebody asked me, it was like this big defining moment for me of, me quitting culinary school. The defining moment for me was when somebody looked me in the eyes. And this was somebody that was passionate about cooking. He was a veteran. I wish I could remember his name. I wish I had still some sort of connection with him, but it was a passerby, okay? And he had class with me, and he said, "Why are you here, Hillary? Because it doesn't seem like you want to be here." And I couldn't answer the question. And ultimately, I didn't have an answer to the question because I didn't know why I was there. I wasn't there because it was my passion. I was there because it was someone else's passion, another version of me. And on top of that, I wanted to prove something to my family. When I was, up in high school, going to 9th grade, 10th grade, I remember my father asked me, my father told my mother, he said, "She can't make a living baking cookies." And my mother defended that. And she said, "Yeah, she could. Little Debbie and, all these cookie companies, they make tons and tons of money and they make a living on that." And it was almost like my own competition where I had to prove that I could in fact make a living making cookies. But the whole purpose wasn't that. And I let somebody else ignite my flame. And that wasn't even my flame, it was somebody else's candle that was feeding me. And so my question for the collective today is, in what ways are you looking to other people as the candle feeding your flame? Because the flame is within you, and it's something that is your passion, no one else's passion, yours. And especially if it's something that means something to you, it may not mean anything to anyone else, but just do you and be authentic with it. And don't compare yourself to other people because your essence isn't the same as everyone else's essence, 17 people could do the same exact thing, right? Build the same exact, let's say 17 people make the same exact cookie. They follow the same exact recipe. You won't have 17 of the same cookies. You just won't, because everyone has a different essence and everyone's going to fall short and everyone's going to try to make that cookie the way the original recipe maker made it. And people will fall short. You ever heard the phrase like, my mama's cooking is just better than mine no matter what I do. I can't make it the same. Yeah, I've had that experience and I couldn't explain it because it wasn't something that was meant to be explained, because it is not for others. It is for the person that is creating, okay? So your creativity is yours. Your passion is yours, and no one can take that from you. The only way that your passion is taken from you is when you're not grounded and secure in where you are and what you bring to the table. And when you stay stuck on the collective energy of, I've got to move faster, I have to do things different, I have to be like so-and-so. No, you don't, okay? Just be you, do you. Your essence is what people are buying, okay? So I am going to do an extended reading today. So those of you that are on Instagram watching this, make sure you go to my YouTube channel at Wild Light Tarot and hit the subscribe button, okay? And those of you that are watching from Facebook as well, make sure you go check out the extended reading, which will come shortly after this for my upload. So we did get the Four of Swords as far as what's blocking you. And then the Four of Pentacles reversed along with the Hermit. So I think right now is a time where you're needing to rest and you're needing to release control and you're needing to look within, okay? And quiet the noise of the collective and figure out what direction you want to move, not the direction of what everybody else's opinions are, because look, everyone else's opinions don't pay your bills, Two of Swords reversed. It's time to remove the veil that you put over your third eye of this illusion that you still have to hold on to those old versions of yourself, or that you still have to fit into that mold, you know? I talk about a box a lot. Like, one of my biggest things, and it's odd actually, because I just brought in this beginning stage of like Wild Light Tarot, okay? And where Wild Light Tarot began. And I was trying to write, let's call it a mission statement of what I was trying to do. And the very first thing that I wrote was about me trying to fit in a box that I was never meant to fit in. And this was over a year ago, like, you know, when I first decided that I was going to go down this path. And it's still relevant. It still rings true. You know, usually the first thing that opens you up is the thing that comes together at the end as well. So, you know, it's like I was sitting here just kind of reviewing, and I feel like this is the energy that I've been in a lot lately, of just resting and relaxing and just trying to understand, but not just understand, but understand. You know, we all came here for a purpose, but we can't produce our purpose. I say, yeah, produce. That's what you want me to say. Okay, we can't produce our purpose if vibrationally we don't feel worthy of it, or if we are trying to be on someone else's journey, okay? And I learned this the hard way, you guys. In the spiritual world, it is hard. And I mean, in any world, okay, no matter what you do, if you run a business, you have competition. That's just what it is. But when you get to this point where you pull yourself out of the competition, because I spent a lot of time in competition with other people, you know, competition with other people. And all that did was make me feel less than, which then blocked me financially. We're not in competition. Those of you that are in the spiritual world that are watching this, there is no competing. You know, the people that are meant to resonate are meant to resonate, and those that are not are meant to find someone else. And all of us are here to open different doors. And so if this door doesn't seem like the door that fits for you, then I'm not for you. And that's the same thing that goes for anybody that's trying to manifest something. You know, we block our manifestations every day by saying and affirming that we're abundant and we deserve the abundance. And then right after we say that, we get on social media, we look at what someone else is doing, and we say, I wish I was more like her. I wish I had the money that she had. I wish. But that's not manifesting. Manifesting is acting as if it's already here. So in what ways are you acting from a place of lack when you're manifesting? And if right now you're struggling to look on the internet without comparing, step away. You know, my fucking head is killing me all of a sudden as I talk about this. So whoever's going to resonate with this, I might be fucking you up right now, triggering you, okay? And that's okay. Just know that it's time to remove the illusion. We got the World as the challenge card. There is a chapter that is closing. And it is a chapter that you don't want to close. Collectively. Okay? It's a chapter you don't want to close. So, you know, this is when you read a really good book and you get to the end of the book and you don't want it to be over. You guys, I experience this a lot when I watch TV shows, okay? I like it so much and I get in there so much that sometimes I won't watch the last episode because I'm not ready to let it go. I'm not ready to be done with it. And I don't want to know what happens at the end because I know I'm going to cry, you know? And like collectively, that's what I feel like is happening is like, you know, it's the end of the road. You know that this is a completion that you have to go through. You know that when you let that go, that you are going to fully shift into a new vibration. And sometimes the ego does not want to go because it does not feel safe over there. It feels safer for us to put a blanket of protection, which is the ego, over us and tell ourselves that we're going to fail. and tell ourselves that we are not worthy. It is safer and easier to sabotage than it is to own your power. And I heard this thing today. I watch Phil Good often. He's an alien. So if you feel good, it's PHIL good. Okay. And anyways, he was talking today. I was listening to a video and he was talking about sovereignty. And I had no idea really the concept of sovereignty until today. It's interesting. It's like I thought I knew, but no, I really know now. And all these pieces came together from years and years ago. And I'm obviously meant to share them with you guys who are watching. Sovereignty is self-sufficiency, okay? Emotional self-sufficiency, financial self-sufficiency, and just self-sufficiency, right? That is sovereignty. When you seek validation, you are removing your sovereignty and you are giving that away to other people, okay? Because you don't believe in yourself enough to feel as if what you're doing is right because you're in that programming and because you've been in this space of letting other people take your power. And we do this every single day. We let people take our power from us. No joke. Every day, okay? We let people take our power when we are cruel. We let people take our power when we seek validation, when we're codependent on someone else. You know, if I look to my husband for every single thing, every piece of advice, every piece of strength that I have, then I'm not looking to my own strength. I'm looking to someone else's. And that is the opposite of sovereignty. That is codependence. That is leaning on someone else. And that's something that I spent many, many years doing, because when we become adults, it's like, okay, go out on your own. You're a fucking adult now. But we didn't learn how to parent ourselves. We don't even know what we're doing. We have no idea who we are. We're fucking throwing ourselves around in different directions. We're repeating cycles and we're falling flat on our faces. And for a lot of us, we're learning major lessons. And there's a massive shift happening on the planet right now. And with that shift, more abundance comes. But we have to break free from these things. For some of you, you know, you may even have codependency on making your own money. You know, you may be someone that your spouse or partner makes all the money and you're at home with kids, and you may be codependent on bringing in financial stability for your family because you rely on someone else, so you let someone take your power. Each and every one of us are capable of creating something unique, of doing something unique. We all came here for a reason, and we are meant to do good with our money. We are meant to be abundant. If you're watching this and you don't feel abundance surrounding you, you're looking at your bank account and you're wondering how you're going to get your next paycheck. Think about the ways that you may be depending on other people's opinions, validation, for you to actually make that move and shift in the direction of your true desires. And if you don't know what those are, if you don't know what your true desires are, then it's time for you to go hermit mode and really sit with yourself and come to this inner standing within yourself of your own capabilities, okay? And some of you need to use crystals to help you to attract abundance, by the way. For the chakra blockages, just so that you all know, I did launch my line of chakra balancing bath bombs. They're all organic, non-GMO, and it was a divinely guided recipe idea. So definitely make sure you check those out, wildlighttarot.com. But moving forward, there's a different deck of cards that I want to use. Okay, they want me to grab the chakra deck. So I'm just going to use my original chakra deck to give you ways to, or things to focus on when it comes to money and finances and abundance. And I love that I named this Thirsty Thursday because it's very collective for us to be thirsty for more money, because we are in an environment of more. And we are also in an environment of instant gratification, right? So, you know, you put out a picture of yourself and instantly people are liking it. People are commenting. That's instant gratification. So when it comes to the hard work and the long-term things, you might not be getting your instant gratification, which is causing you to resent your situation, which then causes the universe to say, oh, well, you're not thankful for what you have, so we won't give you any more. All right? So let's tap in and see what you can focus on to help you reconnect back with your divine birthright. Okay? It is your birthright to access generational wealth. It is your birthright. Start repeating that. I am now accessing generational wealth. It is my birthright to be abundant and prosperous. Okay? I just heard ching 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 da 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 da. It's a TikTok. I'll put it up on my story for you guys. It's something I dance to often. It's this cute little guy, and he's like, ching 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 goes the money to, a ching 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 goes. I don't know how it goes. I'll put it on my story on Instagram and Facebook. So go check it out after this video, okay? Wild Light Tarot, okay? So anyways, I Am Presence is the first card that we got out. So it's important right now. Keep in mind, this is also a crown chakra blockage, okay? Meaning the blockage is to connect to the divine, okay, within you, and to connect to your higher self, which already knows. Why'd I tap here? That's funny. Which already knows what you desire and what is best for you. The collective and your ego keep you in the future or in the past, okay? So it is time to come back to present moment, to the present moment. How do you do that? Meditate. I am present. Repeat that. I am present. I am here in this moment, and I'm thankful to be here in this moment. And think about what you see, what you can taste, smell, touch. Go over the 5 senses. That's something somebody, one of my clients said she started doing to help her with her anxiety, is naming what she can feel, smell, touch, you know. So connect, okay, to what you can control, what you can hold, okay? We also got personal power, okay? Perfect message coming out with the sovereignty, with the power, with letting people take that from you, with letting these programs take that from you. So now is the time to work on that solar plexus, to bring in that confidence, willpower, and determination that is needed and necessary for you to walk your path. You know, you can have ideas, you can have scattered dreams, okay? You can have stock of thoughts and dreams, okay? But if you do not have the fire within you, okay? If you do not access the fire within you, you cannot walk, okay? If I'm not determined to get up every day and come on a video, then I'm not gonna do it, okay? I must walk. There is action, and I must call in my power so that I can recognize how sacred my path is and how sacred my vessel, me as my vessel, as myself, as my soul is aligned. I am here to show the way for others, okay? So that is the message about that, okay? And then we also got grounding, okay? So we have 2 cards of the number 4. You guys had 4s in your spread, okay, along with 2s, and then we have 3s. So you guys are at a point right now within the collective that in order for you to really align with what you want, you must get grounded. You must connect to Mother Earth, and you must let her hold you, and you must let her take all of these false programs. And, okay, so the false programs that you've been living by have already been removed. But your ego feels unsafe, so it goes back. It's more comfortable to go back, okay? But I want you guys to think about the book. We talked about reading the book, right? So, or watching the show. It's like, I got a new show to watch and a new book to read. But if I keep watching the same show over and over and over again, I will never know what happens on season 2, right? Or book 2. For you in the collective, you are a trilogy, okay? You are walking new paths, okay? Meaning, okay, you had book 1. Book 1, there was some climaxes. There was some crazy shit that happened over there. And the book ended. And there was something left to be uncovered for book 2. And book 3, right? I like to say that I'm in, book 17, right? You guys are all on different timelines, different versions of yourselves, right? But for some of you, you've been living on season 1 and not being able to let go of a death of a character and not realizing that the show still goes on even after that character dies. And even after that character dies, there is still an imprint. I watch The Magicians. It's one of my favorite shows. And if you haven't seen it yet, I'm sorry to expose this, but one of the main characters, he dies. But he's still there. And he's still left an imprint. And the show goes on. And the people still experience things. And the people still grow and evolve. Characters grow and develop. That's the best thing about TV. You get attached to the characters and the development that they've all been through. And that is the same with archetypes. It all kind of ties together here. Is there are archetypes, there are collective versions of yourself, and we're all living in different versions of ourselves. So in order to know who you really are and to connect with what your true purpose is and what you're here to do and to bring that constant flow of abundance to you, you got to ground. You got to call in your power. You got to listen. You got to listen. You got to be willing to listen. My ear is itching now. You got to be willing to listen to your spirit guides. This is my receiving ear for my spirit guides. You have to be open to receiving. And you have to listen to the nudges that tell you to go left and right and forward. You are a divine being. You are multifaceted, multidimensional. You have many, many talents and many, many gifts. But you must get back to your inner child, the childlike version of yourself, to truly understand and understand who you are. So, pretty much every chakra blocked, which will block you abundantly, okay? It'll block you from your abundance. So those are your messages for today. I hope that I gave you guys something to think on. I hope that my messages have helped you. And again, make sure that you like and share this message. And of course, subscribe to my channel. Sending love to you all. Have a beautiful rest of your day.